Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Ryan. Whether you're cooking dinner, traveling to work, or just relaxing at home, thank you for tuning in to Speak Up. Today's episode is for anyone who's been saying, I want to speak English fluently, but I just don't know how to start. Trust me, we've all been there. But what if I told you that fluency in 30 days is possible? Yep, 30 days.
Hey friends, I'm Priya, and I'm just as excited as Ryan. We know many of you want to feel more confident speaking English. You want to have better conversations, maybe get that dream job, or just feel more at ease when talking. This episode will give you a real step-by-step guide that actually works, even if you're starting from basic English.
That's right. We'll break down exactly what you need to do every day for the next 30 days to improve your speaking. And don't worry, we're keeping things super practical. No boring grammar drills, no impossible vocabulary lists, just real tips that help you speak clearly, confidently, and naturally.
And before we dive in, here's something to think about. What if your English sounds completely different in just 1 month? That's what we're going to explore today. Oh, and stay with us until the end because we'll be sharing a surprising trick most learners miss, but it can boost your fluency faster than anything else.
So now that we've talked about the idea of speaking fluently in 30 days, let's start with something that's often ignored, but super important. I'm talking about mindset. Your mindset is the engine behind your progress. If you believe that I'm bad at English, then your brain will hold you back, even when you're learning. But if you tell yourself, I can learn, I can improve, then you'll stay open, curious, and ready to grow. You don't need perfect grammar. You need belief. That belief pushes you to try, and trying is what makes the difference.
Exactly, and one of the biggest things I see with English learners is fear. Fear of making mistakes, fear of sounding silly. But let me tell you something, you have to make mistakes to get better. It's part of the process. Even native speakers mess up sometimes. If you wait until you're perfect, you'll never speak at all. So instead of saying, what if I say it wrong? Try saying, it's okay if I say it wrong, at least I'm speaking. That small shift changes everything. It gives you the freedom to learn out loud.
I love that. And here's a simple trick that helped me when I was learning another language. Talk to yourself, out loud, in English. I know it sounds funny, but it works. You're not being judged, and you get to practice forming sentences. It could be anything. I'm making tea, or I'm going for a walk. Over time, you start feeling more natural and less afraid. And remember, fluency isn't about being fancy. It's about being comfortable.
Yes, comfort is key. Another thing that helps build confidence is daily motivation. Like every morning, tell yourself, I'm improving. You can even write it down. Or watch a short video where someone talks about learning English. It really boosts your energy. When you feel good emotionally, you speak better too. Your voice sounds stronger. Your words come out easier. That's why your mindset isn't just helpful, it's the foundation of everything else.
Totally. You don't need a classroom to start changing your mindset, you just need to decide. And honestly, the best mindset for English speaking is a mix of curiosity and courage. Curiosity helps you keep learning, and courage helps you speak even when it's not perfect. So if you're listening right now, just remember, you can speak English fluently. You just have to believe it, a little more every day.
And one last thing on mindset, be kind to yourself. Fluency doesn't mean you speak like a native. It means you can express yourself clearly and confidently. That takes time and patience. If you have a bad speaking day, don't give up. Just keep going. Every word you speak is progress. Keep showing up and your mindset will carry you through.
Now that we've understood how powerful your mindset can be, let's talk about something just as important, your plan. If you want to speak English fluently in 30 days, you can't just say, I'll try my best. That's too vague. You need a clear goal, a SMART goal. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. It might sound technical, but it's actually really simple. When you set a SMART goal, you're telling your brain, hey, this is exactly what I'm doing every day.
Right, and let's break that down. For example, a SMART goal could be, I will speak English for 20 minutes every day for the next 30 days. That's specific. You know what you're doing. It's measurable. 20 minutes. It's achievable. 20 minutes is possible for most people. It's relevant because it's focused on speaking, and it's time-bound. You're doing it for 30 days. This kind of 30-day English speaking plan gives you direction. You know exactly what to do when you wake up.
Exactly. And here's the best part. You don't need a partner or a classroom. You can do your daily English practice by talking to yourself, recording your voice, describing things around you, or even reading out loud. The goal is to speak out loud every single day, even on weekends. If you miss a day, no problem. Just pick it back up the next day. What matters is that you keep going. And when you hit that 30-day mark, you'll feel a big difference.
And if you're thinking, I'm too busy, here's something to remember. You don't need a full hour. 20 minutes a day is enough. You could break it into 2 parts, 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes at night, or even shorter chunks. The key is consistency. Daily English practice is what builds real fluency. Your brain needs that regular exercise, just like your body needs movement to stay fit.
I love that. And it helps to write down your goal. Stick it on your wall or set a reminder on your phone. That small action makes it feel real. You're not just hoping to speak better, you're planning for it. And plans get results. Also, track your progress. You can mark each day on a calendar or record a short video journal. After 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, you'll hear the difference in your own voice.
And don't forget to celebrate the small wins. Maybe you understood a new podcast, or ordered food in English, or spoke to someone without freezing. That's progress. Your 30-day English speaking plan should feel positive, not stressful. Keep it simple, keep it consistent, and most of all, believe in it. When your goal is clear, your path becomes easier to follow.
So now that you've set your 30-day speaking goal, here's something super important. Don't wait. Start speaking from day 1. I know it feels scary, especially if your vocabulary is limited or you think your grammar isn't perfect. But here's the truth. Fluency doesn't wait for perfection. If you wait until you feel ready, you'll never start. The best way to learn how to speak English daily is by, well, speaking it daily, even if it's just a few simple sentences.
Exactly, Ryan. When I first started, I used to say things like, I go shop, or I don't like this. Were they perfect sentences? Number. But I was trying, and that's how I improved. The more you speak, the more confident you get. Start small. Talk about your day, your breakfast, what you see around you. Even if you only know 100 words, use them. Speak English without hesitation, and you'll be amazed how fast your vocabulary grows.
And here's a simple trick. Think in English. Instead of translating from your native language, try forming thoughts directly in English. Start with basic stuff. When you're brushing your teeth, think, I am brushing my teeth. Or when walking, think, the sky is blue today. It sounds small, but this habit changes the game. It trains your brain to get comfortable with English naturally, and that reduces hesitation big time.
That's so true. Also, don't wait for a conversation partner. Speak out loud to yourself. Pretend you're talking to someone. You could look in the mirror and say, "Hi, how are you?" Or describe your outfit. You can even comment on what's happening in a TV show you're watching. This is real daily English practice. You're using the language in your everyday life, and that's the best teacher.
You know what's funny? Many learners know more English than they think. They just freeze when it's time to speak. But when you force yourself to talk, even badly, your brain slowly unlocks all that knowledge. You stop worrying about being wrong and start focusing on communication. That's how you speak English without hesitation. Just keep talking, mistakes and all.
Exactly. And don't judge yourself. Fluency is not about sounding like a native speaker. It's about being understood and feeling confident. You'll get better day by day. So remember, start now, not later. Speak from day 1, talk to yourself, think in English, and most of all, keep going. The first steps are awkward, but they're the most powerful. Now that you're speaking from day 1, let's talk about creating a simple English speaking routine you can actually stick to. It doesn't have to be complicated. Just build small habits into your day, from morning to night. For example, right after you wake up, look in the mirror and talk to yourself in English. Say something like, "Good morning. I feel a bit sleepy today." Or, "Today, I want to finish my tasks early." This morning habit helps your brain switch to English mode early.
I love that. Morning mirror talk is like warming up your voice and mind. Then, in the afternoon, add a short speaking task. One easy method is recording voice notes to yourself in English. Just talk about what you're doing or how you're feeling, like, I just had lunch, or I'm going to meet a friend, or chat with an AI or a language app. The goal is to keep the English flowing, even if you're just saying a few lines. This kind of daily English speaking schedule really keeps your momentum going.
Exactly. And when the day ends, don't just shut down. Make it a habit to reflect in English before bed. You can ask yourself out loud, what did I do today? Or what made me happy or stressed? It helps build fluency through self-talk, and your brain actually processes better when you review. Even saying 5 to 6 sentences is great. The more you repeat this English speaking routine, the more natural it becomes.
And remember, you don't need a quiet room or a big setup. Talk in the shower, whisper while walking, or speak while cooking. Make English a part of your day like brushing your teeth. Once your brain knows that, hey, we speak English at these times, it starts to feel easy. That's the power of a daily English speaking schedule. It becomes your lifestyle, not just a task.
Yes, and if one day feels rushed, don't skip it completely. Just make the routine shorter. Maybe 30 seconds in the morning, a quick voice note in the afternoon, and a 1-minute review at night. Consistency matters more than perfection. You're training your brain with these little moments, and over time, you'll start thinking in English automatically. That's real progress.
Honestly, the biggest change comes when you stop studying English and start living in English. And this morning to night routine is how you make that shift. So don't just learn English, live with it. Make it part of your coffee time, your walks, even your bedtime. That's how fluency sneaks up on you, and suddenly you're speaking without even thinking about it. So far, we've talked about building a strong routine. But now let's level up by talking with real people. English conversation practice is where things start to feel real. You don't need to wait until you're perfect. There are tons of people online who want to learn English just like you. Join a language exchange group, or even better, try talking to online tutors who can guide you. The goal isn't perfect grammar, it's connection. That's how fluency grows.
Yes. And it's not just about long conversations. You can practice English speaking online using simple tools like WhatsApp voice notes. Just record your thoughts or reply to a friend in English. Apps like HelloTalk, Cambly, or Tandem are super helpful too. They connect you with real people, including native speakers. You don't even need to show your face. Just speak. These little conversations train your tongue and brain to work together in English.
Right. And one of the most underrated tools, your own voice. Start recording yourself. Just pick a topic, like my favorite movie or what I did today, and talk for 1 or 2 minutes. Then listen to it. It might feel weird at first, but it's powerful. You'll notice your speed, your grammar, your clarity. And over time, you'll hear yourself getting better. That's your personal English conversation practice tool, and it's always available.
Exactly, and recording also helps with confidence. When you hear yourself speaking clearly, even if it's just a few sentences, you feel proud. And when you find mistakes, you know what to fix. It's better than any textbook. Plus, voice chats are a great way to reduce fear. If you're shy to speak live, start by sending voice messages. It's low pressure and still great for practicing English speaking online every day.
And let's not forget, you don't need someone around 24/7 to speak English. Technology is your friend. Talk to an AI chatbot, join an English group call, or leave a message on an app. The more ways you speak, the faster you improve. You don't need perfect grammar or fancy vocabulary, just real use, real effort, and real conversations. That's where your fluency lives.
I totally agree. Think of speaking English like going to the gym. The more you show up, the stronger you get. So even short daily chats or quick recordings make a huge impact over 30 days. Just keep it natural and make it fun. And remember, you're not alone. Millions are on the same journey, so connect, speak, and grow together. That's the true power of modern language learning.
Now we've seen how real conversations and tools can help. But here's something just as important: how you learn new English. A lot of learners still try to memorize word lists. But let's be honest, it doesn't work. You forget them fast. What really helps is learning in context. That means picking up phrases, not just words, like don't learn just sure. Learn, I'm not sure about that. That's how you start to speak English naturally.
Yes, and context helps your brain remember faster. Think about how babies learn. No one gives them vocabulary lists. They hear the same phrases again and again in real life, and they connect them to meaning. You can do the same. Watch a short English clip, a movie scene, a YouTube video, or a podcast. Pick 1 or 2 sentences and repeat them out loud. When you learn English in context, those phrases stick with you.
Exactly. And there's a technique called chunking that really helps. It just means learning common word groups together. For example, instead of remembering thanks and help separately, just learn the full phrase, thanks for your help. It's smoother, faster, and sounds natural. That's how native speakers talk. You'll start to speak English naturally without overthinking grammar every time.
And here's something fun. Try shadowing. It's simple but powerful. Play a sentence from a native speaker, then repeat it immediately, copying the rhythm and tone. Do it with short clips so it doesn't feel hard. Maybe use scenes from shows like Friends or even short TikTok English tips. Shadowing helps you not just understand English, it helps you sound natural when speaking too. You're training your mouth and your ears at the same time.
Plus, this method keeps things exciting. When you hear a phrase like, "No way, that's crazy," in a video, and you start using it, it feels real. You're not just memorizing a word like crazy, you're living the phrase. That's why learning English in context makes you fluent faster. You remember more because it connects to emotions, stories, or funny moments.
Totally. Learning this way also helps you respond faster in real conversations. You won't freeze and try to translate in your head. The phrases will just come naturally because you've already practiced them in real situations. So drop the boring flashcards and focus on real-life English. That's what will get you fluent in 30 days and make the journey way more fun. So now that you're learning in context and sounding more natural, let's talk about something a lot of learners stress over: pronunciation and fluency. First, don't chase a perfect accent. You don't need to sound British or American. What really matters is clarity. If people can understand you easily, you're doing great. That's your goal. And one of the best English pronunciation tips is to just listen more and copy how people speak, especially the rhythm and stress.
Yeah, totally. Fluency isn't just about speed, it's about flow. Listen to how native speakers stretch some words, pause in certain places, or raise their tone. It's like music, really. To improve English fluency, try reading something slowly every day. Don't rush. Read it aloud with feeling. Let your mouth and ears get used to English sounds. Over time, you'll speak smoother without thinking too hard.
And here's something fun: tongue twisters. They may sound silly, but they're powerful for pronunciation. Try saying, "She sells seashells by the seashore" 5 times in a row. It's tough at first, but it trains your tongue and lips to move more easily in English. Do this daily, and you'll feel more confident when you speak. Small exercises like this can do wonders for your fluency.
Also, don't forget about tech. There are great speech apps that help with pronunciation. Some even let you speak into the app and compare your voice with a native speaker. It's like having a personal coach in your pocket. Try apps like Elsa Speak, or even basic voice recorders. When you listen to yourself, you'll notice areas where you can improve. That self-feedback is powerful.
And try shadowing again here too. Listen to a short sentence and repeat it exactly as you hear it. Same speed, same tone, same rhythm. This builds your ear and muscle memory. It might feel awkward in the beginning, but it helps a lot. Don't just say the words, feel them. That's how you naturally build good pronunciation habits and get better at speaking.
Right. And just remember, mistakes are part of the process. You won't sound perfect right away, and that's okay. Every speaker you admire also started somewhere. The point is to keep practicing, keep listening, and keep speaking. If you stay consistent, you'll not only improve your English fluency, you'll start to feel truly comfortable in your own voice. Finally, let's talk about something really important: tracking your progress and breaking out of your comfort zone. It's easy to feel like you're not improving when you don't see clear results. That's why recording yourself every week is a game changer. Make short speaking clips and listen back. You'll be surprised at how much better you get in just a few days. This is key if you want to achieve English fluency in 30 days.
Yes, and pushing yourself to speak in real-life situations is just as important. Try talking in public places, like ordering at a shop or making phone calls. Even posting short stories on social media in English can help. It feels scary at first, but that's how you grow. When you step outside your comfort zone regularly, your confidence shoots up. Plus, you get real practice, which is the best way to track English speaking progress.
And don't forget to celebrate your wins, big or small. Maybe you spoke English for 10 minutes straight, or you had a short conversation without hesitation. Those moments are milestones. Celebrate them every week to keep your motivation high. It's all about positive habits and consistent effort. That's how you build lasting fluency.
Absolutely. When you look back after 30 days, you'll see how far you've come. Remember, learning English is a journey, not a race. Be patient and kind to yourself. Use all these steps we talked about, and you'll find yourself speaking more naturally and confidently than you imagined.
Well, that wraps up our episode today. Thank you so much for spending time with us here on Speak Up. We hope these tips help you on your English learning journey. Keep practicing, stay curious, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. They're part of your success.
Yes, thank you, everyone. We're so glad you joined us. Remember, speaking English fluently in 30 days is possible if you stay committed and follow these practical steps. We can't wait to hear your progress. Until next time, keep speaking up and shining bright.